Silly Jack. On Monday morning, Jack's mother sent him off to work for the carpenter. Jack worked hard, and at the end of the day, the carpenter gave him a shiny new penny. Jack carried the penny home, tossing it in the air as he went. But as he crossed the little bridge over the narrow brook, he dropped the penny and lost it in the water below. When he told her, Jack's mother shook her head. "You silly boy," she sighed. "You should have put the penny in your pocket. You must remember that tomorrow." On Tuesday morning, Jack's mother sent him off to work for the farmer. Jack worked very hard, and at the end of the day, the farmer gave him a jug of milk. Jack remembered his mother's words, and carefully slipped the jug of milk into his big coat pocket. But as he walked home, the milk splashed and splooshed and spilled out of the jug and all over Jack's fine coat. When he told her, Jack's mother shook her head. "You silly boy," she sighed. "You should have carried the jug on your head. You must remember that tomorrow." On Wednesday morning, Jack's mother sent him off to work for the baker. Jack worked very hard, and at the end of the day, the baker gave him a beautiful black cat. Jack remembered his mother's words, and carefully he sat the cat on his head. But on the way home, the cat was frightened, leaped from Jack's head into a nearby tree, and refused to come down. When he told her, Jack's mother shook her head. "You silly boy," she sighed. "You should have tied a string around the cat's collar and pulled it home behind you. You must remember that tomorrow." On Thursday morning, Jack's mother sent him off to work for the butcher. Jack worked very hard, and at the end of the day, the butcher gave him a huge leg of lamb. Jack remembered his mother's words, tied a string around the meat, and pulled it home behind him. But by the time he got home, the meat was covered with dirt and good for nothing but to be thrown away. When he told her, Jack's mother shook her head. "You silly, silly boy," she sighed. "Don't you know you should have carried it home on your shoulder? Promise me that you'll remember that tomorrow." Jack promised, and on Friday morning his mother sent him off to work for the man who ran the stables. Jack worked very hard, and at the end of the day, the man gave him a donkey. Jack looked at the donkey. Jack remembered his promise. Then he swallowed hard, picked that donkey up, and hoisted it onto his shoulders. On the way home, Jack passed by the house of a rich man whose beautiful daughter had never laughed in all her life. But when she saw poor silly Jack giving that donkey a ride, she giggled, she chuckled, and then she burst out laughing, right there and then. The rich man was delighted and gave Jack his daughter's hand in marriage, and a huge fortune beside. When he told her, Jack's mother didn't shake her head. No, she hugged him, and she kissed him, and she shouted, "Hooray!" and she never called him silly again.